I'm your host, Blair Dottin-Haley, and we are back with another exciting, dynamic woman in technology, Jayed Stokes. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
It's a pleasant opportunity to be here.
We are so grateful. So you're a native New Orleanian.
Yes.
You're co-founder of Tech Our Way,
Yes.
president of Blacks in Tech New Orleans.
Yep.
Did you always know that a life in technology was going to be your path?
Not necessarily. I think, you look back, there are sometimes some instances that happened. I became very early on a tech person in my family. And I can tell this little story real quick.
Please.
I was maybe 10, and my mother had a bad heart, but she could cook. She was the cook of the family, right? And so it's the holidays, I believe it was Thanksgiving, and so New Orleans, we cook a lot of different dressings.
Oh yeah.
And in the dressing, there's a lot of seasoning. So I was the one that walked. I was her legs. So she would sit at the table and direct me. So I did all the stuff at the stove, and I would chop all the seasoning. So anyway, we had a little food processor.
Okay.
And we're in the middle of doing this, chopping the seasoning, and it stops working. And so she's like, we have mounds of onions.
To cut.
Mounds of onions, mounds of celery.
It's not just a regular dinner.
No,
this is right. You
no,
need
sir.
it for all of the
No,
things.
sir. So it's late at night because people typically cook all night. Right.
Of course.
So she's
So it's Wednesday.
Yes, Wednesday. It's late at night. And all the stores are closed.
Yeah.
And she's on the phone with my grandmother trying to figure out what is she going to do.
Yeah.
So she's going through that. I take the food processor in my room, and I found out what screw it needed, screwdriver. I take it apart.
This is at 10.
10. I fix it. I put it back together. I test it, put it back together. I brought it back to the kitchen, and I said, "Look, Mama, I fixed it." She said, "You fixed it?" I said, "Yeah, I fixed the food processor." So she said, "Wow." So the entire day, the next day,
I'm sure she's
everybody that could listen.
She's here.
Girl, Jayed fixed
I would
the
still
food
be telling that
processor in the middle of the night, and so I overnight became the tech person in the family. So at that point, I always was taking things apart, wanted to see the back of the TV, all that kind of stuff. We had a tube in it,
Yeah.
not to age myself. But always doing that kind of thing. So when you look at those things that a cumulative effect, it makes sense.
So listen, before the camera started rolling, I didn't tell you what the question was, but I told you I've been getting a similar answer, and I've been looking forward to. You have given me the best answer today. That is a fantastic story. I mean, it just speaks to how circumstance, even at such a young age, can help give you indications to not only what is in you, but what is supposed to come out of you from what is in you. That is what an amazing story. So you had indications early. But
I had some indications.
So when did you know though?
Well, I was working for AT&T, and I was the operations manager there, and it was a technical job there. You would come in with your cell phone or your mobile device, and you needed some help with it, and we would troubleshoot and or replace under the policy of AT&T. We did that for years, and it came to a point where that job was ending, the contract was ending.
Okay.
And I honestly just started to ask myself, I know it's tech, where in tech?
Yeah.
How do I do this?
Yeah.
I did not go to college for it.
Right.
And then I started asking, I guess, God, what's next?
Yeah.
I could have very easily wouldn't managed anything.
Right.
Anyway, I had that experience. But I knew it was tech. Then I said, listen. So when I got the confirmation, it said, I don't really want student loans. I don't want that. So a month later, I was laid off. So now I'm eligible for these grants and these programs, right? And so I start to seek out. This is what I tell folks: you have to seek things out.
Come on.
There's a lot of resources out
That's
there,
right.
but you got to seek it out.
That's right.
I found the program at Job One. There was a grant that was helping with teaching you IT security.
Yeah.
It took me, I think, 4 times to get in that program because it was a lottery-based system.
Wow.
Right? So I'm out of a job, kind of half working. I'm repairing phones on the side, and I'm waiting to get in this program. Got in the program, went through that boot camp, and I got into the industry.
Yeah.
And what I tell folks is, it's not what I do now,
Yeah.
but when you get in, you can surveil the industry and see what best matches the skills you have and what you're interested in. And so that's basically what happened.
Yeah. So talk to us a little bit about the work that you're doing now and how people can find it, how people can be involved. Talk to us about the work you're doing.
So I was on a Clubhouse.
Okay.
Maybe February. And there was a speaker speaking about blacks in technology. And I hadn't heard of it. And so I went to the website and I was like, wow, this is really interesting. You know, in the city, we are really trying to build this technology industry, right?
Yeah.
And so I've been involved in that. And but they had a chapter in almost every city but New Orleans. It stuck out. Like when you look at it,
of course we're looking at city.
Right, what's going on?
Right.
So I reached out to the founder. He got back to me. He said, Jayed, we had a little interview. He said, I would love to have a chapter in New Orleans.
Yeah.
Why don't you start it? You can be the president. I said, sure.
Yeah.
Okay. When I joined it, and once you join, you see all the benefits.
Yeah.
We need this resource in the city.
That's right.
Definitely. So that's why I took that on.
Yeah.
To really help foster and build the tech industry in the city, to make people aware that it exists,
Yes.
that you have a place in it.
Yes.
Here are free resources.
Yes.
Training and certifications that take thousands of dollars that people have gotten together and are free and offering. Because the country at large needs people to work in tech. There's so many jobs that go fulfilled, but definitely the city of New Orleans needs people to be in technology. And so that's part of the work that I'm doing. I also have a company, we call it's a consortium of black technologists based in New Orleans.
Okay.
Tech Our Way.
Yes.
We are doing Web3 products and also some consulting, because what we understand is the group of my friends who went through the process of a non-traditional path. It is a lot of nuances to that path that folks don't understand, that they need counseling through, hand-holding through, and so that's what we offer.
Before we let you go, so wait, tell people how they can connect with Blacks in Tech or Tech Our Way if they want to get involved, learn about the services, need your services. What's the best way for people to reach you?
You can reach us as Bit New Orleans LinkedIn page. That's the best way. Follow us there. Okay. There's also Blacks in Tech Foundation.net. Reach out, join Bit. When you join and you're local, I will know, and you can go from there.
Listen, Jayed Stokes, co-founder of Tech Our Way, president of the New Orleans chapter of Bit Blacks in Tech. Thank you so much for taking your time to join us today on the Tech Collab podcast for Delgado. I'm Blair Dottin-Haley, your host. Jayed, what do you want to leave with the people today?
You have a place.
Yes.
You have a place. Seek it and you will find it. There are people waiting literally to help you with this path.
Yes.
So seek it, you will find it.
Thanks, y'all. This is Tech Collab Podcast, Delgado Community College. Your host, Blair Dottin-Haley. Peace.